Yo, YouTube, it's your boy Love, Love Life Trucking. Got my autism shirt on today. I have a son that's autistic. His name is Story. So definitely supporting autism. But yeah, so I was supposed to make this video a little while ago, and I apologize to the people who requested it. But today, this video is simply just about the process I went through when I leased a truck from, I went to a dealership by the name of LRM Leasing out of, they have an office in Pompano Beach, Florida. I got that truck about 3 years ago. At the time, I was working for Total Transportation out of Mississippi, out of Jackson, Ridgeland, Mississippi. And, at that time, I basically, with me and my wife and, stimulus, hey, definitely missed those stimulus checks. But we basically made a leap of faith. She allowed me to use the money to go purchase my, truck. So the process with LRM is basically, it's not going to be a long-winded video, but the process with LRM just kind of went like this. You go on the website, you just kind of look around, look at their inventory, see what they got. They may have a truck in a different city or state, whatever. So, but when I actually contacted them, they basically kind of assign you a truck almost. I don't know if they still do it like that now, but this was 3 years ago. This was 2020 when I did it. And I really didn't get a choice of a truck. They basically asked me how much of a down payment could I put down. And based on that, they just kind of picked the truck for me, which I thought was a little strange. If I am going to be giving anybody my money for a truck, I think it's only fair that I have right to choose the truck, the make, model, color, whatever like that. But they basically just sent me an email saying, hey, this is the truck we have. These are the miles on it. Are you going to come get it? And I will admit they were a little pressuring me about come get it. They kind of stayed on me about it. But they did. I will admit they were also very helpful, and they helped me streamline the process too. And me living in Pensacola at the time, put in a notice with Total Transportation, let them know what I was about to do. And, I had to pay for my own travel to go to LRM Leasing in Pompano Beach to go and check out the truck. And truthfully enough, they did reimburse me for my travel, which I used to put in fuel in the truck once I had got it. But basically when I got there, I paid $8,000 down for the truck. They don't do any credit checks. And when they say no credit checks, they really do mean that, because not once did they ever ask me for my social security number. And, I'm somebody who tries to monitor my credit as best I can. They never did any hard or soft pulls. They truly don't check your credit. But there may be a reason also why their down payments can be high and why you kind of get a truck as is. So when I got the truck was as is. It was a 2015. It was a white Freightliner. At the time when I got it, I think it had about 400,000 miles on it. A little over 400,000 miles on it. So, it was an older truck. And I knew that coming into it. I knew I wasn't getting no, cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't getting the prize fighter. I was getting the slim pickings. You know what I'm saying? So I just, I knew that. And hey, I said, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to try to make it do what it do. So basically, did all the paperwork. Everything was smooth. It probably took about 2 hours. I did test drive the truck. Truck drove, amazingly. I test drove it. Took it for a couple blocks. Even the salesman, he rode with me while I test drove it. He even put some fuel in it because there was no fuel in the truck. So it was hard to test drive it. But he even test drove it for me. And yeah, sorry y'all, it's somebody one of y'all guys out here backing up. But yeah, he rode me when I test drive. Everything went smooth. Got the truck. Paid what, $800 down for my insurance on the truck, because at the time I was taking it to Landstar. This is when I started my process with Landstar. Luckily, I had enough money put up to pay the $8,000 down. I think I paid about $200 for my bus ticket, and about $800 for the insurance. My insurance was about $430 a month. I had got my insurance through, I believe it wasn't Progressive. Can't remember if it was Geico or I can't remember the company. It was People something. Canal. That's what I had. Canal Insurance. But yeah, other than that, man, the truck itself though, honestly had a lot of problems. With the truck itself, the truck had a depth problem. Not a depth, yeah. The depth filter needed to be cleaned. It needed to be replaced. The problem with that is that was a very expensive repair. It was about almost $4,000, which I did not have at the time. I noticed over about 2 months after I got the truck, it was running just fine, no issues, right? Other than tires, like I said, it's an older truck, so, it's probably due for an oil change, a PM, and all that good stuff. But after about 3 months into driving the truck, my truck would start smoking. When I say it would start smoking, I mean it would smoke heavily. I was like a chimney on wheels, I had to regen the truck, and I had the truck for about 2 years. I had almost paid it off. It was only a 3-year term. After the 3 years, there was no balloon payment. When you were done, when you paid your last payment, all you had to do was pay $1 to get the title, and it was in the contract. So there was no, oh well, we didn't say that. No, it was right there in black and white in the fine print. Once you paid your last payment, you paid $1 for the title. And I was 2 years and 8 months in. I had about 6 months left on the lease, and I would have been paid it off, completely done, over with. My payments were $1,800 a month. It was like $1,819 to be exact, a month, which is great. So that averages out to about $450 a week. So definitely a good deal on that. But the problem is that I had so many things going wrong with that truck. My head gasket blew. Coolant started going into my fuel tank. Had to get that replaced. The head gasket problem was about $7,800. Coolant going into my fuel, that was $4,800. My air dryer went out 3 times, and those things are not cheap either. They can be anywhere from $500 to $600. Plus, you have the labor to go with that. I was down more times than I was up. That depth problem never could get it fixed. I regen my truck every single day. I couldn't drive it no more than 500 miles without having to stop to regen it. And the regens took so long. The regens could take up to an hour to regen. And that's crazy. And the whole time you're regenning the truck, it is smoking like it's on fire. I can't count how many times I was driving down the road and drivers are waving at me saying, hey, your truck's on fire. And I'm like, no, it's not on fire. It's smoking. And I would stop and do a regen, and it stops it for about 5 hours, and then it starts right back up. There were even days when I'm doing really, really long haul driving, I had to regen it twice a day. And that's, it's embarrassing in itself. But July last year, anyway, y'all, to cut everything short, July last year, the truck crapped out on me, and I had to give it back. I had to give it up, and it sucks because I had 6 months left on it, and it would have been totally mine. But I just couldn't keep up with the repairs. In 2022, last year alone, I spent almost $30,000 on that truck. And I'm not exaggerating, trying to get various things replaced, from, like I said, the head gasket, the coolant and fuel issue, air dryer went out quite a few times, the air compressor went out twice. My hoses were constantly getting melted. Like even the metal braided hoses were getting melted through because the air compressor was pushing hot air through them. And then the way they put my hoses up, they were rubbing up against the metal. And in the summertime, obviously, heat and metal and rubber, I mean, the heat and the metal gonna win. So, but other than that, the process itself was smooth. But I could tell y'all this: if you get from LRM, take a mechanic with you to pre-trip that truck with you, because they may see something you don't. unless you're mechanically inclined yourself, they're going to see something you don't. I wish I had took one with me. But that's no, sorry, y'all, that's my other phone. That's no skin off my back. I learned, you know what I'm saying? That taught me the responsibilities of an owner operator and the importance of having a well-funded maintenance account. So, with all that being said, with them, some key things to remember is that yes, they don't check credit at all. I don't think that they're slimy, sleazy car salesman type people. You know what I'm saying? They're in a business to sell a truck, and they sell it as is. You're not going to get a warranty on that truck unless it's still through the manufacturer. But mine didn't, obviously being an older truck. And at the time I bought it, it was already 5 years old. So, also, one important thing too, try not to ever be late on a payment, because they will call you every single day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. They'll email you too. They'll text you because they want their money. So if you're ever late, prepare to either turn your phone on silent or off, because they are going to call you until you pay them. They're going to charge you a late fee. I can't remember what their late fee is. I think it's like $150 for a late fee. Now they will work with you to an extent. I won't take that away from them. But definitely, if you're gonna go through them, make sure you are on it. You are on your thing. Would I get a truck for them in the future? If I had to. But if I had ways to go other avenues to get a truck, then I'd definitely do that first. But would I go to them again? I would. But the lesson I learned is that definitely take a mechanic with you to check that truck. And it may help save you money or save you from making a bad decision by getting a truck. So basically that's it, y'all. Wasn't trying to make the video this long, but I felt like there was some information I really needed to get out, a little bit of backstory to get y'all to understand what I went through when I went there. But that doesn't mean you'll go through that. Some people have had good experiences. I know a guy who got a couple trucks from there, and he had good experiences with those trucks and paid them off. So, with that being said, y'all be safe out here, man. Like I said, support autism. That's something that's very close to me. I can't remember where I got this shirt from. I can't remember the city, but I got it when I was in Texas one day at a truck stop. So, big support for autism, and any other struggles that are going on out there. Yeah, y'all leave in the comments whatever kind of video y'all want to see from me, man, or what kind of formats, whatever you're looking for in the future. Like I said, I just kind of threw this one up here at the McCormick in Byhalia, Mississippi. Was supposed to do a drop-in hook, but the load wasn't quite ready yet. But they're working on it now, so they should be done in the next 30 minutes. So I haven't even been here long. But anyways, y'all be safe out there. Be blessed. And like I said, if you're going to go to LRM, go. Take a mechanic with you. Know what you're getting into. Please read the fine print. I always read the fine print. And as long as you check their truck out and it's good, it's good. They're good people. I would recommend them to anyone. Just do a thorough check of the truck. Y'all be blessed.